We're going to cross over to our reporters who are live right now all around the country as we continue our youth focus on the challenges facing young South Africans today, being 2023. Pule Letshwiti-Jones is in Bloemfontein finding out what young people there are experiencing and what their hopes for the future are. Pule, bring me up to speed, please, with where you are and what's happening right now.
He just needs with the equipment so that it moves with him.
Yeah, well, good morning. Well, I actually had to drive out to a place called Bloemfontein, still here in the Free State, just about a few kilometers away from Bloemfontein. So this morning, I decided that we wanted to speak to the youth, but importantly also to find out, like, what are some of the positive things that are being done by young people in this country to empower others as well. You know, we often hear about, you know, the unemployment rates, how the education equality also has been criticized in the country, and of course how just young people are losing hope within the performance of government in this country in terms of addressing their challenges. But I'm going to be speaking to someone right now who is actually doing so much to empower young people in her community, and her name is Tsakani Mpikwane. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, Tsakani. Just tell us, what does it mean to be, you know, youth in this country?
I think it's...
Yeah, I'll hold for you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah. So I think to be youth in this country, it means we need to honor the youth that came before us.
Yeah.
We need to honor the opportunities that exist within the challenges that we find ourselves, and we need to take action and actually make sure that the next generation has something to inherit, like we inherited freedom from the 1976 young people.
Show us, what do you do here for young people in this community?
So we have volunteers that are in our program, and this kitchen that I'm about to show you right now is the work that they have done in learning the skills around construction. So what you see here now, from the plumbing that's here, they did it. The electricity, they did it, and then this is going to be the facilities that you're going to use to establish events and catering business for one of the businesses, so they can then earn income for themselves.
So basically addressing the issues of skills in this community.
Yes, skills and key competencies. So I know you talked about unemployment. It does not just affect people that are not literate, it affects graduates as well, because they cannot translate those skills into something that actually works, something that can add value. So Impact Spaces is highlighting that and making sure that that gets done. So the space that we are at now is our hot desk. So this is where the volunteers, as you can see, get the opportunity to work together, use the internet, refine their skill sets that they need. So that is basically what we are trying to do here.
How many volunteers do you have at most, and have you seen performance? I mean, you speak about how you helping them with skills, helping them with technology and IT, which, by the way, when you speak of 4IR, you speak about a lot of things, Internet of Things, you know, the transformation of technology in terms of, you know, playing a catch-up game with other countries as well.
Yes, so what we are doing is, one, we are getting them to understand that the world is evolving, so they need to be have like digital literacy, so that they are able to engage into the economy for this generation that we are in. We are making sure that they understand issues of soft skills, teamwork, collaborations, things that they usually struggle with when they have to find employment, and that they are comfortable in those spaces and they can hold it for themselves.
Just lastly, tell me about how you built all of this. What did you do to, you know, where did you get the capital? Did you rely on funding? Where did you get the capital to build all of this and, you know, empower young people out of goodwill?
So I was a social worker for 11 years. I quit my job last year, took my pensions, built this place because I felt that I was not having the impact that was necessary. I believe that we need to engage in a process where we are actively developing our young people, not to be grant recipients, but to be people that are able to create businesses that don't exist in rural communities, in the townships, and to create spaces where they can actually have access to those skills, they can learn the key competencies to actually excel in that, and they can actually be able to embody values of excellence, values of good and ethical leadership, and also to embrace the fact that they can create wealth for their generation. So they are out of poverty, they are out of the inequality gap that they experience. And with a platform like this, we get to have a base where they can come and connect to the whole world while they're in Bultfontein, because most of them, they have never left Bultfontein, but through this place, through the internet, like you were saying, through resources like GTP, for example, that is sweeping the world, they are learning skills that they never thought existed. They are learning accelerated ways in which they can start businesses, they can raise capital. Obviously, I had to self-fund everything, but I'm the sacrifice. So they can have a platform. So right now, when a young person in Bultfontein say, I want to open a business, they have impact spaces as their base. They don't have to start from scratch. They have a place where they can work, they can have internet here, they can get the skills that they need. And what I was saying, part of what Impact Spaces is going to do is going to be a platform for us to bring the resources, to bring the partnerships into communities like this, so that young people can grow and reach their full potential. So
Thank you. Thank you very much. I will continue to talk to you. I just want to see what this young person is doing here. Will, if you can allow me, I don't know, she's on the internet right now. I mean, you often hear about many things, Will. Artificial intelligence, social media being used to create jobs. And we just want to find out what you can see. I'm just going to ask my colleague, Asanda, just to step inside and let me chat to her. And I'm just going to go on my knees and ask her. Also, thank you very much for joining us at eNCA. What is it that you're doing here on the laptop? If you can just show us maybe and tell us where it's on.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. Let me first introduce myself. My name is Mhloshani Magauta Pinky. And then here at Impact Spaces, I am responsible for admin's work. So this is one of the things that I do. Right now, I'm filing a report. This is a week report. So every week, I file a report to the boss's office. Yes, this is my admin. This is the everyday attendance register. This is my workstation. Have you
learned something from that as well, from like learning how to file, using the computer, and of course, the internet as well?
Definitely. Definitely. With the support she gave us, definitely I learned a lot, because this was my first time doing the admin's work. Anyhow, now I can say I excel in this. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Magauta. Thanks for speaking to us on eNCA this morning. Well, there you go. While there's still so many challenges, at least there's a bit of hope. There are still young people who are trying to empower other young people in communities as well, to inspire them, to show them that we as young people of South Africa can still compete abroad. I mean, you listen to what this young person is saying. She's now learning how to become an administrator, filing and all of that. Those are things that will empower her and, sort of give her the experience to enter the workspace as well. So I'm quite inspired as I will be joining some of these young people here in Bultfontein in the Free State.
Pule, thank you so much for that incredible just chat with the young people who are doing incredible work, and they're obviously talented. And I appreciate the fact that they are embracing technology, as it were. You spoke about ChatGPT and AI, and believe it or not, it finds its way to some of the most remote areas in Africa where you and I are right now. That was our reporter, Pule Letshwiti-Jones. Of course, the team out in Bloemfontein today. We are expecting an address from the Deputy President, Paul Mashatile, a little later in Bloemfontein, where we're going to cross back to Muloko Moloto, who is live for us there now.